Billionaire pretended to be poor just to see his long-lost triplets in the village. Ezekiel Zeke Monroe was worth $7.2 billion. But today he walked into Pine Creek, Montana, wearing a second-hand coat and boots with more holes than leather. No entourage, no press, just a tremble in his fingers and 3 dog-eared photos in his pocket. 30 years ago, young, broke Zeke had fallen in love with Sarah Lynn, a waitress with fire in her voice and twins on the way. When she discovered she was having triplets, he panicked. A job offer in New York came. He left, said he'd come back. He never did. Years passed. Success poured in like gold rain. But at night Zeke would lie awake staring at the ceiling, haunted by the 3 cries he never heard. 3 names he never knew. Now dying of a quiet, relentless illness, Zeke had returned to Pine Creek to meet his children not as a billionaire, but as a man who once made the wrong choice. He rented a tiny room above a feed store and started asking around, careful not to seem nosy. That's how he found them. Tyler worked the ranch as stoic, sun-scorched, with the same eyes Zeke saw in the mirror. Faith ran the town's thrift store, sharp-tongued and warm-hearted, often giving things away just because someone looked like they'd had a hard week. And Jesse. Well, Jesse was a ghost, died at 17 in a car crash. Zeke mourned quietly, then set about getting close to the 2 who were left. He helped Tyler fix a fence, donated books anonymously to Faith's store. Each act drew them closer. They liked the old man, called him Mr. Ellis, never knowing who he really was, and he never told. Then winter came. Brutal and fast. A fire tore through the thrift store late one night. Faith was trapped. Zeke ran into the smoke. Tyler arrived just in time to see both of them carried out, barely breathing. Zeke never woke up. At the funeral, the whole town came. Tyler and Faith wept like they'd lost family. They had no idea. Until a lawyer arrived. Zeke Monroe had left his entire estate, billions, to 2 people in Pine Creek, Faith and Tyler Monroe. Attached were letters, with one line repeated in both. I failed as a father in life. Let me try again in death. Stunned silence. Tears. Disbelief. But the twist? The 3rd heir, a boy named Ezekiel James, Jesse's son, raised in foster care, living in Chicago, never knowing his roots. And as the town stared at the will, Faith whispered, he found Jesse. Even after death, he found all 3. 3 stars rose over Pine Creek that night, 1 for each child. And a 4th, some swore, flickered just above them. For the men who finally came home.